We have a school closure a policy with respect to weather conditions and when we should and how we should and should not act. And it really begins by being cognizant of the weather conditions out there. So we looked at the weather conditions, we looked at the weather forecast on Tuesday for Wednesday, and we kept doing that periodically because we wanted to understand what the conditions would be like or may have been like. What I want you to know is what happens is Michael and I both get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning in my house and looked outside and saw my windshield and thought, oh, that's fine. So went back to sleep, got up at 5:30, and then did the same thing, and we kept doing that until 7 o'clock. And at 7 o'clock, nothing had changed. It was still relatively calm in Hamilton. I live in Hamilton, Michael lives in Burlington, and Christine lives in Oakville, so it was relatively calm. We were looking at the roads looked relatively calm. And we made a decision at that point in time that it was safe to travel. We have a lot of other employees, faculty, and students who come in at 10, 10:30, 11, 1 o'clock, because that's when their classes are. So it's not necessarily just like a normal business, but it's much more dynamic. And we know now that students will begin to travel into the college for classes that might start at 12, that might start at 1, and might start at 1:30. And at that time, we felt that, as many other institutions did around, it was probably best that if you didn't have to drive, if it wasn't mandatory to drive, stay off the roads. And so that's why we made the call just before lunch to cancel classes effectively at 1 o'clock.